everyone, it's me, Krystina Maria. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this new video. I'm sorry it's been a long while since I uploaded a video on YouTube. Unfortunately, February was not really a good month for me. I was going through some personal things, and a lot of things been going on lately with the whole coronavirus, which is a bit terrifying and scary. And where I'm from, apparently we have like 4 cases at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised there's more. But at the meantime, I just think everyone needs to stay safe, stay at home if possible, if you can. If you're sick, especially, try to quarantine yourself, stay indoors. And so for me, that's suffer from chronic allergic rhinitis for like 3 years already. Apparently it's an autoimmune disease, so I'm not saying that could be in risk if I get the virus, but chances are if it gets worse over here and I get it by somebody that carries it and they're fine, but I end up getting it, I don't know what can happen to me or anyone in my family. I have to be very cautious. Like if I do, I try not to go out, but if I do, I want to go out in days that there's less people, like barely any people at all, because I want to avoid larger crowds, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, enough about that. Kind of sounds really depressing. You're basically here to hear an anti-haul. And what is an anti-haul? Anti-haul basically is anti-consumerism, like us the consumers, to a point that we love makeup, like we're makeup fanatics. Sometimes we're to a point that we collect makeup, but let's be real, there's like so much makeup out there and we're just one person, one face, that we just can't buy everything the brands throw at us. Anyways, let's get to it. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. Some of these things are probably already out already, and some of these things that are not even out yet, and some of these things just got my attention. I'm just like, this is stupid. Anyways, the first one is from Morphe. So they're collabing with Benefit, which is another makeup brand, and that's kind of weird in my opinion. So their collab is with the blends with Benefit face brush trio. It's weird. Like, you guys don't need it. I don't need it. Like, I don't support Morphe. I don't even support Benefit. Benefit, I believe, is not a cruelty-free brand, so it is a bit weird of this. And not just that, there's something else too. This is the Cheek Star Reunion Tour palette, which is $60. I don't understand why Benefit's collabing with Morphe and it's with 3 brushes. But the thing is, they have like a face palette and it has a brush in the palette, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. Oh my goodness. Too Faced doing their Born This Way foundation and concealer, so they just had to do a eyeshadow palette for it, which is called the Born This Way and Natural Nude Eyeshadow Palette. This is just, I don't know who this is for. Another freaking Clover item. If you don't know who Clover is Jared Blandino's dog, and this is like maybe the 3rd time he's doing something for his dog. So this is the Sun Puppy bronzer. It's a limited edition and it looks cute. I'm gonna be real, it looks ridiculously stupidly cute. Like, I kind of want the package because it looks cute, but at the same time it's like, who's gonna use this? Who needs this? No one needs this. Is this gonna work for anybody's skin tone? I don't really know. I don't need it. Not gonna buy it. It is cute. I would say it's stupid cute. This is pretty much coming soon from Too Faced, or it's probably already out depending on when I upload this video. It's the Perfect Peach Concealer. I'm not interested. Like, I'm not really crazy about the packaging. Like, for concealers, to me, I like the whole tube and a stick type of thing. That works for me. This type of thing, I just feel like when it comes out a little container, it might dry out quickly. Like, I'm not really that interested because 1, it's Too Faced, and 2, like, I'm not really into having something like in a jar or like a small little container jar type of thing, especially for concealer. I don't know how that's gonna work. Next is Huda Beauty, and she came out with these 3 new eyeshadow palettes. They're like pastels. They call the Pastel Obsession eyeshadow palette. I think all her mini palettes are like $29. Like, she's been doing these type of things since 2018, I think, or 2017, so it's nothing new. It's just that now she has like a pastel collection, which they're pretty cute the colors. I know people were like complaining on Twitter about it, saying like, oh my god, they copy Colourpop, which is like, these type of palettes are nothing new or revolutionary. Plus makeups, you know, when I think of something like plan an idea palettes especially, they take like years and months to do. So I don't think she thought like, oh look, Colourpop's doing a monochromatic capsule palette, we're gonna do the same thing. No, I totally doubt. I think this was already planned since last year whatsoever. Plus we're like in spring, so pastels are usually like the colors that everyone mostly wants to use and wear, so it's nothing new. So no, she did not copy Colourpop, but you know, I'm not interested. Speaking of Huda Beauty, she has a skincare line, barely, because like only one product, and it's called Wishful, and the only thing they have is this You Glow Eczema scrub. So that's like a face scrub, and my only issue about it, like, one, it's expensive. Like there's probably like cheaper ones, like almost $40. Like there's like cheaper ones that probably are way better than this one. Two, like it has fragrance, so for something to be so, like, she was like claiming that her skincare line is gonna be really great for this skin and very revolutionary, but like my only issue, you had fragrance. Fragrance is like the big no-no in skincare. Actually, I think makeup shouldn't even have fragrance at all. The next brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills, which, to be honest with you, Anastasia Beverly Hills has been like those brands that I feel like they're competing with Colourpop with all their releases. Like I remember like the end of 2019, like so much releases, I was getting like makeup fatigue. Like, do you ever get makeup fatigue in general with makeup? Like it's just too much. So they're coming out with the Amarezi palette, and to be honest with you, I'm not interested. The packaging doesn't give me interest. The color selection is cute, but doesn't give me interest. Like, to me, I think if you're someone like a die-hard Anastasia Beverly Hills fan and you collect every eyeshadow palette they've been selling for the past couple of years, you don't need this. Like, this looks like, some of the shades looks a bit like the Riviera palette, the Modern Renaissance palette, I would say Soft Glam also. So I don't see anything. I know Amarezi, I think she's like good friends with Norvina, so I'm not surprised they have another collab, because this is like the third or second collab I think Amarezi did with Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I don't really see anything interesting. They recently just released the Nicole Guerrero Glow palette, which I think is like the highlighter palette. I think it came out back in 2016 or 2017 if I'm not mistaken, one of those years, and it was like a big deal, and but it was limited edition, so they decided to bring it back, which I guess is cool. Like, if you just didn't have got it before and getting it now after all these years. Wasn't interested in this before when it came out, I'm still not interested in it now, so it's a pass for me. And speaking of Norvina, there's like another palette, a mini palette, and it's the mini Norvina Pro Pigment Palette 3, because she already has two minis, so this is the third one. It's just like a, I guess like a cherry theme. It's very cutesy. I like the packaging. The package is really cute. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's cute, the color. I just don't like the top row colors. Like, why there's two shimmer shades and that white or pale color on the top row. I don't get it. Like, it's supposed to be like cherry theme, so I don't like those three colors. Those three colors, I'm not interested. The other six I like for the palette. I'm not gonna buy it. I think it's really cute and all, but if I would buy it, I probably wouldn't, because I don't like the three top shades. Sugar Pill did another eyeshadow palette, which is like the most cutest thing ever. I think it's so cute that I'm low-key want to buy this. It's their capsule collection, and I think they're gonna make like more of these. If I'm not mistaken, they might make more, but I think it's so adorable. Like, the package is like a pill. I like the colors. The colors are cute, but my only concern about it is, like, I don't like the fact that the pans are like different sizes. I think this big surface pan is like a cheek, which is kind of cute, but I don't know if that works for everyone, or if anyone likes that color for their cheeks. I don't know. But other than that, I'm just not really, I want it, but I don't feel like, oh, I need it right now. Because, to be honest with you, the reason I want it is because the package. I think the packaging is just the cutest thing out there. It is just adorable. Like, I just want it for that. The colors are nice too, but I don't feel like I could get any use out of it. I would like to own this, but it's something I don't see myself needing right now, if you understand. So that's why I'm kind of like anti-haul it, because I feel like I don't need it right out. Wait, there is another capsule palette, and this one is the Capsule 2 palette, and this one's only going to be available for Ulta. I guess it's like an Ulta exclusive, whatever, and it's just like the other one. But it's in orange, which is kind of cute. This one is really nice too. I think they're both cute. The color's a bit similar, but this one's a bit more, has more darker colors, but the other one's more like brighter, I would say. This is more like a bit neutral, even though it has like the greens and the yellow and that blue, that metallic shimmery blue is like, oh my goodness. Other than that, like, I don't see myself needing it, but I might wait until they make more of these little capsule palettes. I might consider purchasing one in the future, but right now I don't need it. But I would say the packaging is just adorbs, and it's like a reason I kind of want it, but I know I don't need it. I'm not gonna buy it. Hause Labs, which you know is Lady Gaga's brand, which you could get it at Amazon, and that's the reason I don't buy Lady Gaga's brand, because it's by Amazon. The Le Monster Matte Lip Crayon really got my interest for some odd reason. Yeah, the colors are not really all that wow interesting, but at the same time I kind of want these lipsticks. Like, they look pretty cool, like the style of it, like they look like a lipstick slash a weapon, because like they're kind of like double-ended, and the one part looks really sharp. Like, I'm like, like, what's this? So I'm kind of intrigued with this lipstick, but you know, I don't support Amazon. I don't purchase anything on Amazon, and like I said, I love Lady Gaga, but like the brand haven't caught my interest at all. But the lipstick, on the other hand, like maybe they have more shade range, like a black one or a black and purple, something like that, or some crazy color, I'd probably be interested. By Beauty right now is expanding their line. I think you remember By Beauty known for more of their lip products, like the lipsticks, their lip balms, anything lip care. So now they're expanding for like face, which is kind of interesting. And I was very intrigued with this, but at the same time also I was disappointed. Like, I was literally gonna run to my Sephora and try a sample of their foundation and then maybe make a purchase eventually if I like it or not. So this is their Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. When I heard micellar, like micellar water and foundation in the same sentence, in the same product, I was a bit like, is that possible? Because if you hear micellar, like micellar water, you're like, okay, that's something that you use to remove your makeup. So why is that in the same? Why is that in the foundation? Like, how that works? Not possible. So I was very intrigued about it, especially since it's like certified clean at Sephora. Which, let me get to that. When a product is certified clean at Sephora, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you, because you have to read the ingredients. Like, I read like 2 ingredients that was in this that really got me like, I don't need this. So basically the main one is fragrance. Fragrance should not be in makeup, in my opinion, especially since skincare, especially in foundation. Like, I've been trying to look for a foundation or a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer that doesn't have foundation. I mean fragrance, because I am someone with sensitive skin, acne prone skin, and allergic rhinitis. So the last thing I want to do is have perfume fragrance smell in my foundation. Like, no thank you. Secondly, they have another ingredient, is lanolin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I'll put the text here, which apparently is not good for people with sensitive skin, or good at all for any skin type. So having that in your foundation was a bit like, I'm gonna pass. The next brand I'm gonna talk about is Jefferson Star. You know, Jeffree Star. So you know, he has like the blood sugar palette and the blue blood, which everyone was excited when he was coming out with another palette like that, including myself, because I heard he was doing purple. I was like, ooh, cool, purples, because I love purples. Like, purple's my favorite color. He did one called the Bloodlust palette, and this just looks pure disappointing. Like, I don't know what is this. I expect to see purple, and I barely see any purple at all. Like, the packaging is very bulky and wasteful. Like, I mean, it's velvet packaging, so that's gonna get messy. Like, everyone complained about Anastasia Beverly Hills having their velvet packaging, and you come out with this. A lot of people could use these. Like, some of these shades is not meant for everybody, unfortunately. They're just too light, too frosty. It's just doesn't give my attention, unfortunately. Okay, the next one is Colourpop. This is probably gonna be a lot, because Colourpop, you know, always pop a lot of things. think I have a lot to talk about Colourpop. I don't know. So this is the Sailor Moon Colourpop collection, and I was really interested in this because, you know, I grew up watching Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was like one of the first anime I got into watching back in the day. I'm a 90s kid, so this was like up in my alley. I was like so excited. But to be honest with you, nothing in this collection really interests me. Like, the palette doesn't look that interesting at all. Like, the shades are really cute, but they don't scream Sailor Moon. Like, the only reason I would say you'll buy this just because of the packaging. Without that, you wouldn't be interesting. Let's be for real. No one's gonna be interested in the Pretty Guardian eyeshadow palette because of the shadows. It's because it has Sailor Moon on it and it shifts, which is kind of really cute and fun. But the shadows don't really interest me. Like, the only one got me interested is like maybe the bottom row, and all the rest, none at all. Like, they're just, like, I think Colourpop has, I think that's a problem about some brands. Like, when they release so many stuff, things end up looking like the same or repeated, and then to the point everyone's like, right, I probably have like a ton of these already. Lip products, they look so freaking similar. We have the Daylight and we have the Moonlight, which is like, one is like the ultra, I think, blotted, ultra satin, and then the other one is the lip gloss. And then they have the Moon Prison Power and Moonlight Legend. Like, these are like jelly, like glitter jelly, but they're not eye safe. I guess you put them on your body or hair, which doesn't really scream Sailor Moon in my opinion. Like, obviously the Moon Prison Power seems really cool. Like, that purple is just so cute, but I can't put it on my lids. I can't put it in my eyes, so what's the point of this? The blushes. Oh my goodness, the blushes got my attention. The blushes, I was just like, I want this, I need this now. I think they're so cute. Like, they have Luna, they have a little mirror, the little cover shifts, and it looks so cute. I really, really want the blushes so badly, like both of them, but I was like, I'm not gonna spend like $24 plus shipping and tax and order this. Thankfully, when I was almost buying, they were sold out, so it was like a sign telling me like, you don't need these blushes, even though I want them. Like, let's be real, like, I probably just want the blushes because I have Luna. Like, blush, when you have one blush cloth from the Moon, which is a matte bright pink, which I probably would not wear, maybe not, I don't know. And then the other one is Cat Eye, which is like a nice shimmery pink blush, which I was like, oh my goodness, I want this so badly, it's so cute. But like, let's be real, I just wanted it because of packaging. Like, if it was just a regular Colourpop blush with no other cutesy packaging, especially with Sailor Moon, I wouldn't care for it. Melt Cosmetics came out. This just came out like last month. Like, some of these stuff I'm mentioning are like a month ago, but I still want to talk about them because they're still pretty new to me, in my opinion. Melt Cosmetics came out with the Modern Love collection, and I don't know, it's cute in a way, but I don't see something that I probably would scream, be like, oh, I need this right now. Like, they have their Millennial Pinks palette, which the shades are just kind of cute but kind of confusing, because you see all these like nice pink and mauve shades, and then like there's like 3 bluish shade and a dark blue shade, which is kind of like confusing in my opinion. Like, they could just left like a nice pinky mauve pinks palette instead of just having like these pinks and mauve colors and these blue just slap on it, which is a bit weird in my opinion. I don't know. Then they have like their gel liners, and this one's called Prissy and the other one's called Okay Boomer, which is like, really, you name me one Okay Boomer. That is funny, but I don't feel like I need them or care for them. Next is a Lime Creme. They're like doing a fairy garden collection, which, to be honest with you, I'm not interested. Don't see anything I like in this collection. Urban Decay, like, I remember like back in the day, Urban Decay had this palette called the Electric palette, which I'm still mad that I never got a chance to purchase it. Like, I wish I kept that. I wish that was like not limited edition, like it was permanent. But like back in the day, they had electric palettes. It's like way before I think a lot of brands didn't really have like rainbow or pop of color palettes. But now we're in the time that there's a lot of rainbow palettes. There's a lot of crazy color, bright color palettes. So, you know, it's a bit little too late in my opinion. But apparently Urban Decay has a new palette, and it's called the Wired palette. Which at first I was like, ooh, cool, my goodness, like the electric palette, but like revamped. But you know, I just think it's too little, too late, because like I said, there's so many brands out there, indie brands, high-end brands, even drugstore brands are trying to do rainbow palettes too. So, you know, rainbow palettes is nothing new anymore. There's a lot of brands that has it. There's a lot of brands probably have better formula now. And, you know, it's a bit too little too late. I think my only issue, annoyance, is like the inner part of the palette has like this divider, I guess, to show like which shadows are for your eyes while which one is like for your cheeks, I guess, because it's not eye safe, not FDA approved, which is kind of frustrating when brands put like an eyeshadow, or Colourpop, for example, putting pressed glitter shadows, which you know is not eye safe, and put in the palette. It's like when you buy a palette, you're expecting to use that for your eyes because that's what it's meant for. So when you get stuff like, oh no, you can't use this shadow because it's not safe, because it's not FDA approved, it's not eye safe, or it's stained. I don't mind having stained shadow. Stained eyelids. I'd rather deal with stained eyelids than losing my sight and vision or losing my eye. Just saying. So that kind of bothers me a bit. It's like, why would you have that in the palette divided like that? It's a bit annoying. More stuff from Colourpop, unfortunately. Colourpop has the Making Mauves, like a mauve collection, where they have like this eyeshadow pouch. It's cute, but I feel like we already seen this already. I think this already exists already, so I don't need this. This is another Colourpop collab with Disney for the 100th time, and this is the Mulan, since the live action Mulan movie's coming out soon. Mulan's one of my favorite Disney princesses. Like, if you ask me, growing up, my favorite Disney princess was Pocahontas, Mulan, and Jasmine from Aladdin. Those are like my favorites when I was growing up. So, you know, Mulan's like part of my childhood, like so. I was excited about the live action movie, but at the same time was not really interested. To be honest with you, I don't really watch a lot of Disney's live action films. Like, the only one I did watch was like the first Alice in Wonderland and then the first Maleficent film, and that was about it. I didn't bother watching Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and whichever other live action. So I was kind of like, oh cool, they're making live action Mulan, but at the same time I'm just like not really interested. So I'm probably not gonna watch the live action at all, even though Mulan's one of my favorite Disney princesses growing up, but I'm not really interested. I only talk about this brand here because it's not a cruelty-free brand, and it's MAC Cosmetics. And the only reason I'm bringing it up because this is kind of like bothering me a bit, and it's they're doing another Selena Quintanilla collab, which Selena is part of my childhood. Like, it's pretty much Selena growing up, like back in the day. In our Latinx culture, listen to her music, I like to sing along with her music. Like, you know, she's like an idol, inspiration, and you know, it's unfortunate that she passed away so young, especially at the height of her career. So MAC is like collabing again, which it's like probably the second time, and I don't know, I'm just a bit iffy about it because, you know, she's been gone for a long time. So I just feel kind of iffy when a brand decides to do like a collab when someone is no longer here with us, especially for the second time. It's a bit weird. I guess they're only doing this because the Netflix is having a series coming out soon. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, how you guys feel when a brand is doing like a collab with somebody that's famous that's no longer living, like, especially for the second time. And another thing from MAC Cosmetics, like, I just talked about another collection. They're having another one which is coming out soon, and this is their Rust collection, and this is their Rust palette, which is pretty. I think it's really pretty. Like, if you own Gemini and then buy this palette, like, the looks you can make with this. But at the same time, I'm just not really interested or crazy about the colors. The collection is pretty cute, to be quite honest. I really like that red looking gel liner. Like, I kind of want that. I don't need it, but when you show me like a red mascara, red liner, liquid liner, gel liner, red shadows, I am like, I need it. So I don't need another thing from this collection. KKW Beauty is doing another collection, and it's their Classics 2. There was I guess a classic one, I don't know. So they're having like glosses and an eyeshadow palette, which I'm not interested. The glosses I'm not interested or a fan of at all. I'm not a fan of glosses, so I don't need it. The eyeshadow palette looks really basic and boring. Then again, I don't want to like say her brand is boring. Like, I think that's like how she has her makeup. So basically, as her as a brand, and that's how she wears her makeup. Of course, you're gonna see that in her products. So basically, her aesthetic and style is not really for me. Especially, I think my only issue is with her and Kylie's. I just feel like their quality is not worth the price. So that's like my only issue. Like, I'm not gonna like hate the palette. Oh my god, it's boring. Maybe for some people that's into that type of aesthetic and style, it's for them. It's just not for me. Anyways, that is it from this haul. I am sorry, I am a bit of all over the place. I haven't filmed a video for like a month, so it's a bit weird for me. So anyways, don't forget to like this video, comment on this video. Like, I like to know what you're willing to anti-haul, or any of these things I mentioned. What's your opinion? Like, do you like any of these things? Do you dislike any of these things? Do you own any of these things? Like, do you like any of them? I'd like to know. Forget to subscribe, and that will help me a lot. And please take care of yourself. Be safe. People are dying. People are getting sick. Even though if you're healthy and you know if you get it, you survive, there's other people out there that will not. So try to protect yourself and stay safe, and don't be racist at all. And please do not buy a bunch of toilet paper, because you don't need all that toilet paper at all. You don't. And please wash your hands. So be kind to yourself, love yourself, be kind to others, love each other, and I hope you guys get a nice, awesome day or night, whatever time you're watching this video, okay? Bye.